Dear ALBALAH. Gaza Strip. Israeli warplanes attacked two urban refugee camps in central Gaza on Saturday as the Biden administration approved a new emergency arms sale to Israel despite persistent international calls for a ceasefire over rising civilian deaths, hunger and violence, mass displacement in residential area. Even a brief pause in the conflict seems unattainable, a senior Hamas official told the Associated Press in Beirut on Saturday. That group remains uncompromising on its stance that a permanent ceasefire should be the starting point for release of Israeli and foreign hostages it is holding. A recent Egyptian proposal for a gradual end to the war. This is a demand that Israel will surely reject. Israel has said it will continue unprecedented air and ground strikes until it disintegrates Hamas, a goal seen by some as unattainable because of the militant group's deep roots in Palestinian society. The United States protected Israel diplomatically and continued to supply weapons. Israel argues that ending the war now would mean victory for Hamas. The Biden administration shares the same stance and is also calling on Israel do more to prevent harm Palestinian civilians. Gaza's Ministry Health said on Saturday that number of Palestinians since beginning war had risen to 21,672, while 56,165 people were injured in same period. Ministry spokesman Ashraf al-Qidra said that 165 people were killed in the last 24 hours. Some of the latest deaths were reported during Israeli airstrikes targeting urban refugee camps in Nuseirat and Barej overnight and into Saturday. Nuseirat resident Mustafa Abu Wawi said the attack hit the house of one of his relatives and killed two people. The occupation is doing everything to force people to leave, he said on the phone as he and others searched for 4 people missing under the rubble. They want to break our spirit and will, but they will not succeed. In second attack in Nuseirat late on Friday, house of a journalist working for Al-Quds TV channel, which is affiliated with Islamic Jihad organization whose militants also participated in October 7th attack, was targeted. The channel said journalist Jaber Abu Hadros and 6 members of his family were killed. Barej resident Rami Abu Mossab said gunshots echoed in the camp throughout the night, followed by heavy airstrikes on Saturday. Drone footage showed a vast camp, thousands of tents and makeshift shacks set up in vacant land next to UN warehouses on the western outskirts Rafah. Those who cannot find a place in the shelters, which are already overcrowded, pitch tents on the roadsides covered with mud due to winter rains. More U.S. weapons to Israel. The State Department said Friday that Secretary of State Antony Blinken told Congress that Israel had approved the sale of $147.5 million in equipment, including fuses, charges and primers needed for 155 mm projectiles it had previously purchased. This is the second time this month that the Biden administration